Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn architecture today with Rio Antirio Bridge, and after we've done it, we're going to do lake injury prevention training. And if you participate in the lake injury prevention training, that's at your own risk. Now this is already part 6 or 7. So the Rio Antirio Bridge is in Greek, and let's read the last part actually again, what were the key informations. The 2,380 meter long bridge dramatically improves access to and from the Peloponnese. We looked at the map. Here's mainland Greece, and then there's here the island Peloponnese, and there's just a way to drive onto it by going over the side. And here's the strait off. So right near. There's a somewhere. I wanted to go back, I wanted to know what name. Rion Strait. Here's the mainland. Here's the mainland of Greece, and here's the island. And normally people have to drive here over this course, there's a way over it. And here in the middle there's the Rion Strait. And if people want to go over to the island, they have to drive here all the way around, or they take ferry. But now from the bridge, we can just take the bridge. It dramatically improves access to and from Peloponnese. I don't know how it's pronounced. Which could previously be reached only by ferry or via the Isthmus of Corinth in the east. I think that is that part where the land is actually together. It's a peninsula, just a half inside a peninsula. Its width is 28 meters. It has 2 vehicle lanes per direction, an emergency lane and a pedestrian walkway. Its 5-span, 4-pylon cable-stayed portion of length, 2,252 meters, is the world's 3rd longest cable-stayed deck. Only the decks of the Jiangxing-Shaoxing Sea Bridge in Shaoxing in China and the Mulhouse Viaduct in southern France are longer, with 10,138 and 2,460 respectively. However, as the former has a shorter length of main span, and as the latter is also supported by bearings at the pylons apart from cable stays, the Rio Antirio bridge deck might be considered the longest cable-stayed suspended deck in the world. Okay, here was an explanation to the main span. The length of a main span is the most common way to rank cable-stayed bridges, as the size of the main span does often correlate with the height of the towers and the engineering complexity involved in designing and constructing the bridge. So to rank cable-stayed bridges, it is used the main span. I don't really understand what the main span is. Well, that is the Rio Antirio bridge. Something of that is the main span. I think that is from the last post there to the first post, but here somewhere in the middle, so what does it mean? The bridge is widely considered to be an engineering masterpiece, owing to several solutions applied to span the difficult site. These difficulties include deep water. It's interesting. Why is there deep water? It is the Mediterranean Sea. How did the Mediterranean Sea evolve geologically? This is interesting. Why is it not a flat water? It's just a little straight. And what, then it must be rock. This is zero. Owing to several solutions applied to span a difficult site. These difficulties include deep water, insecure materials for foundations. Are the materials they use insecure? Or is the ground insecure? Seismic activity, so there are a little shifting in the tectonic plates and it's just like earthquakes. The probability of tsunamis in the Mediterranean Sea can be tsunamis. And the expansion of the Gulf of Corinth due to plate tectonics. Now there's seismic activity, the plate tectonics, or the tectonic plates are changing the place where they are, and also tsunamis can happen, and the materials of the foundation, I guess, are not so easy, and it's deep water. Construction. Charlois Trikopis. It is officially the Charlois Trikopis Bridge. The Rio Antirio Bridge has the official name Charlois Trikopis. Now, Charlois Trikopis was a 19th century Prime Minister of Greece who suggested building a bridge in the current location. I don't think he was the first one who had the idea to build a bridge. But Greece's finances at the time didn't permit its construction. So in the 19th century, at some time, did Charlois Jacobi's, so 1800 something, did Charlois Jacobi's suggest, how about we build a bridge there and not drive all the time around there, or take a ship? But there wasn't enough money. The bridge was planned in the mid-1990s and was built by a French-Greek consortium led by the French group Vinci SA. Vinci SA, which includes the Greek companies Hellenic Technodomiki TEV, JNP Avax, Athena, Prodevtiki, and Pentekniki. The consortium operates the bridge under concession under its Gefnera is Greek for bridge, or Gallo Ellinikos Foreas Eupertaliosus suffix Rio Antirio. French, Greek area of overseas connection of Rio Antirio. Subsidiary. Now let's look if we can find. No, let's open the next part. The next part we try to find one reasonable name of all these letters. Okay, in the next part we're gonna look who built it and who is now operating the bridge, and if we can find in all these Greek letters and so on, one word which we can pronounce or read. That's the beginning to read it. Now, but it was enough for the Rio Antirio bridge because we have lake intervention to do now. If you are here for architecture of the Rio Antirio bridge, go directly to the next part. We will do another lake intervention training, but actually the first two exercises we're going to read on, but not onwards, nothing new. So first exercise, leg with a flex foot in the air, the swing at the front and to the side. Maybe you can start to learn the dates, just for fun. So nothing new we're going from. It is 2,380 meters long, 2,380. And where's the main length? Energy the leg. It's 5-span, 4-pylon cable stayed portion of length, 2,252 meters. It's the world's first longest cable stayed deck. That is the deck of the main length. 2,252, but without length we're gonna go for the total length, 2,380. But just add the other two here also. The Shaoxing Sea Bridge in Shaoxing, China, 10,138. 10,138. And the other one, the Mulhouse Viaduct in France, 2,460. Let's try to get also, next exercise we bring the flex foot in front and back. Let's try to get a bit more familiar and comfortable with these long names of what they are. So it is one of the world's longest multi-span cable stayed bridges. It is a multi-span, but word makes sense. It's a multiple office spans. Multi-span cable stayed, and it has been cables to hold it together. Multi-span cable stayed, just get familiar with these words. It is the longest, Virginia Black, longest multi-span cable stayed bridge. The other complex word was its 5-span, 4-pylon cable stayed portion of length. A 5-span, so it has 5 of these things, 5-span, 4-pylon, it has been 4 of these pylon pillars, and it is cable stayed. 5-span, 4-pylon cable stayed. Okay, at the end, a little bit easier name. Multi-span, it is the world's longest multi-span cable stayed bridge. Multi-span cable stayed bridge. It is multiple of spans and it is cable stayed. Multi-span cable stayed bridge. Okay, now fold it to the leg reference. We are bringing the leg up into a right angle. We're having flex foot, even line hips, torn up with the back, we're breathing in. And breathe out, bring the leg to the side. And breathe in. And out into the middle of the pie and pill cross bit. And down. Again in the leg up, breathe in. Out to the side. Again in. Out into the middle. And down. The other leg up, breathe in. Out to the side. Again in. Out into the middle. And down. And another time, breathe in. Out. Again in. Out into the middle. And down. And now we're bringing again one leg up. And we're pressing from the inside against the knee. Riding over the leg, flex foot, even hips, taller with the back, and a little bend in the middle. And with the other leg up, and now we're pressing here from the inside against the outside. Even my hips, hold the back, little bend. And the next exercise, one knee up, and now we're pressing with the knee up to the inner hand and to the side, up to the side. And with the other leg up, and pressing with the knee up and to the side. And the next exercise, I think we're going to do now. One hand on tummy, one lower back, and we're lifting one leg straight up. If the quad muscles cramp, then bring the leg up and point the foot down. Try to bring the leg higher. Control with the hands that you don't fall back, and try to bring the leg higher. And bring the leg up and point the foot down. And the other leg. Try to bring the leg higher. Control with the hands that you don't fall back, and try to bring it higher. And bring it up and point the foot down. And let's do the back exercise. One leg points with the toes to the outside, the other one is with the heel on the ground, and with the heel off the ground and placing it again on the ground. Don't do too many. It is a multi-span cable stayed bridge. The other name is 5-span 4-pylon cable stayed. No, 4-pylon. Something else like that? The former has a shorter length of main span, and there's also the name span, and then deck. It is a cable stayed deck. There is a deck where this cable stayed, sort of cables. It is the world's third longest cable stayed deck. Changing the leg. It is a 5-span 4-pylon cable stayed portion of length. The length of the main span is the most common way to link cable stayed bridges. So all bridges which are stayed with cables. As the size of the main span does often correlate with the height of the towers and the engineering complexity involved in designing and constructing the bridge. Let's also get a little more comfortable or familiar with a way of listing difficult things, or listing things, not in a direct list, but a bit more complex in a longer sentence. These difficulties include deep water, insecure materials for foundations, seismic activity, the probability of tsunamis, and the expansion of the Gulf of Cochin due to plate tectonics. And one more time. These difficulties include deep water, insecure materials for foundations, seismic activity, the probability of tsunamis, and the expansion of the Gulf of Cochin due to plate tectonics. And the next exercise. We start with a step, leg up and down, and down, and the other one up and down, up and down, up and down. You can continue with the stamp, or you do the horse. Leg in and out, leg in and out. And the other leg. And you can continue with the stamp or the horse, or you can go even to the camel, where the leg comes also out, but you do a movement with the whole body. Our body's up and down, up and back. And the last step, and now with the other leg. And we're doing a closing exercise, legs wide apart, we're breathing in. And out. And in. And out. One last time in. Out. Breathe in and close the legs. And out. One last time. These difficulties include deep water, insecure materials for foundations, seismic activity, the probability of tsunamis, and the expansion of the Gulf of Cochin due to plate tectonics. that was the stretching and everything until bridge architecture part. I thank you very much and until next time.